Hey everyone, it's Ephraim225, and I'm playing another Fire Emblem chapter that I made a while back. I think it was last Christmas that I made this. So, back in October 2018, everybody was making these sort of one-shot Halloween hacks, and then during Christmas they started making one-shot Christmas hacks, and I kind of joined in on the fun because I wanted to make something, I don't know, enjoyable for people to play on Christmas, I guess. I didn't like a lot of the hacks that were coming out around that time, but oh well. No, I'm going to start over. Hey everyone, it's Ephraim225 here with another Let's Play of something that I made. I made this last Christmas, as you can probably tell from the title. This was a sort of one-shot hack that I made. A bunch of people were making one-chapter hacks back in October, December 2018. Like they were doing Halloween and Christmas hacks and stuff, so I thought, yeah, I'll join in on the fun and make something, because I have a kind of an idea. This is the Christmas crossover carol, because it is a cross between Fire Emblem and Advance Wars. Yeah, something that I kind of wanted to see happen in a sort of, like, in gameplay, not just like in a comic or something. So, yeah. So we have a snowy map here. Apparently the Sakai Plains are getting a bit of a winter storm here. So we have Olaf from Advance Wars, because where Olaf goes, there's always snow. You know, I always wondered, like, do people consider the consequences of just making it snow for a day, like, wherever you go? Like, yeah. Not that the snow stays long enough to, like, cause any actual damage, but this is a power he has, and, you know, kind of makes me wonder about the guy. Also, if you're able to make it snow whenever you want, isn't that power kind of useless if you're, like, up in a mountainous region where it's always snowing? Because I'm pretty sure Blue Moon Territory always has snow. Anyways, this portrait is actually Olaf's portrait from Advance Wars 1 in Japan, because they changed it for the localization. Which is kind of unfortunate, because he looks so much goofier this way. Yeah, this is a crossover of game mechanics, which means all the Advance Wars units have only 10 HP, never dodge, and the ranged units can't move and attack in the same turn. Yeah, and we have Kanbei and Sonya for the enemy commanders. And I also changed the enemy palette to yellow. It was kind of a last-minute thing, so they're only yellow on the map. In, like, battle animations and stuff, the colors are still red. Which I think it's kind of, yeah. I should have probably changed that too, but it was a very last-minute thing. I thought, oh, the enemy commanders are yellow comment. We should totally make the enemy units yellow. And that tells you when the reinforcements are coming. So we have actual Advance Wars units. We have tanks and infantry and some artillery here. The artillery, well, first I should show you what they are. The units, in the Advance Wars units all have, like, weapons and equipment from Fire Emblem because they have to, just to, like, keep within the bounds of the engine. But the artillery have longbows because artillery range is 2 to 3 in Advance Wars. But these artillery really can't move and attack in the same turn. This is a bug in Fire Emblem's AI. If you change a unit that's standing guard to move and attack freely, then for some reason it will refuse to attack and move in the same turn. That's what I'm trying to say. So, ironically, a glitch in the engine allows artillery units to mimic their behavior in Advance Wars. So that's really interesting in my opinion. And I'm going to... Battle animations are going to be turned off. Turned off, thank you. You can tell that I changed the music to Olaf's theme. Yes. Battle animations are going to be off because I did not implement any animations for the tanks and infantry, unfortunately. So that means whenever they enter combat, there's just going to be, like, no animation. Oh, and these infantry are very true to Advance Wars mechanics because they move only 3 spaces. So it is in fact snowing, which is going to make our movement very slow unless you're indoors. That's actually pretty interesting about Fire Emblem, is that the weather doesn't affect you if you're indoors. Or at least the snow doesn't. I also probably should have altered the movement tables so that the tanks and infantry literally move the same regardless of snow. So yeah, the snow changes back to normal. The tile set doesn't though, but that's fine. And I have no idea how you're supposed to get rid of that line from Lynn there. It's in like every time someone makes a hack of this game and uses the prologue, they have to include that line for some reason. I think it's a limitation or something. So we are going to head over here. The houses have things in them. It's mostly killer weapons. I'm not even sure if Olaf has the ranks for that. He does not have the rank for that. I put killer weapons in the map and didn't give him the rank for it. That's actually pretty dumb. Me dumb. Yeah, that's the consequence of just doing a one-and-done hack. And the enemy phase is Sonia's theme because, let's be real, there's only one Yellow Comet Commander actually worth anything. Oh, speaking of which, we have Grit. Now, why can't Advance Wars units move and fire in the same turn? Maybe it's because the artillery just have to, you know, get into position. Well, anyways, for some reason, I gave these artillery iron bows, even though they should really have long bows. That was just a goof from me. So Grit is an archer, and he is actually recruitable, so we'll wait for him to get over here, because we have to get to these houses really quick for some very useful units. Let's see, and you're going to see that the matchups are not very good. The Advance Wars units don't really stand a chance against the Fire Emblem units, as you probably could have imagined anyways. So she'll be safe there. And this should be good. So we just gotta wait for the archers to get over there before we think about recruiting Grit. I have no idea what those infantry are going for. Anyways, if an Advance Wars unit stands on the forest, they've got a pretty good shot at winning. This is Fire Emblem, so they don't lose attack power as they take damage. So it's not completely true to Advance Wars mechanics, but oh yeah, your Fire Emblem units are obviously going to double because the Advance Wars units have such lame stats. But as you see, the artillery is mimicking what it does in Advance Wars. So that was really convenient to be able to do that. Yeah, it is less than an Armor Knight. Armor Knights move 4 spaces. Well, they don't take forever because somebody just sends a T-copter with an infantry to the HQ. That's what happens. I should have implemented Uzium. That would be very funny. Yeah, infantry on bikes is a Days of Ruin thing. Alright, so these guys took a little bit of damage, so we should probably get them out of the way. Let's see here. Get rid of you. I also let the tanks be able to gain experience points and level up. Their growths are really bad, but they can actually have higher than 10 HP now. However, I neglected to give the player a healer in this chapter, so there's really no way for them to... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I missed an 81. How fabulous. Ugh. That's just my luck. My luck has been just beautiful lately. And I can already tell it's going to be something fantastic. Well, fortunately, those artillery don't really do a lot of damage. I didn't want to overpower them and potentially make the chapter that much more frustrating to deal with. Looks like our infantry are going to get in trouble here, though. Somebody should tell this guy rockets have range of 325. Just like a Guidon Archer. Yeah, I'm kind of parodying the mindset that certain Fire Emblem players have, because I feel that Fire Emblem players these days are really overvaluing javelins. Yeah, I'll tell you about my opinion on modern Fire Emblem players later. For now, we have the first Olaf level up, and that was actually really good. Wow. Alright, time to get the tanks into position here. Oh, you got a point in res. Fabulous. I have no idea why they're worth so much experience points, to be honest. Like, they gain so much experience, yet are not worth... Like, they gain a lot of experience and are worth a lot of experience, which I find very strange. And this infantry is... I missed again. Or this tank missed again. That's so... You can also trade the vulnerary in order to use it. I'll think about doing that a little later. Come on, you slow infantry, you can make it to them. Yeah, infantry doing 3 damage to a tank is definitely not Advanced Wars. Ooh, 1 point in skill. I wish they'd get strength. Yeah, maybe I should have made their growth rates that much better. Alright, so we have soldiers with javelins. They're a little more difficult to deal with. And we could see some of our poor infantry kick the bucket here if those archers get too friendly with us. Let's see. What's in this house? Ah, this is what's in the house. Holy obscure characters. This character is from Panel de Pon, which is another intelligence systems game. One that I'm also very fond of. So now we have a magic character, because I made Lip use magic, and I appear to have gotten her iframes completely wrong, but she uses light magic. Not sure if that's really accurate to Panel de Pon, but it'll do. It's logical. So we have to put everyone in the forest, and basically... Lynn's not going to live against those guys. In fact, I'm not even sure Lip can do very well against them with her stats. I should look at them. Lynn got defense. It's a miracle. Okay, with that skill and speed, I think she's going to be alright. Oh, and if you visit any of the houses, this is what happens. He just decides to keep the present. Did I lower the Killer Lance rank? No, I did not, of course. So, Olaf can never really use it. Yeah, that was a pretty big goof by me. Oh, that's gonna sting. They're gonna go for Lynn, aren't they? Wow. Works for me, I guess. Ooh, Lip's strong. And gains a lot of experience. Oh. Okay, first death. Second death coming up right here. The poor expendable infantry. No, he dodged! He dodged! But he got killed anyways. Poor infantry. Yeah, I thought about trying to get through this with no deaths, but it looks like that's not going to happen. Alright, Lynn needs to heal up, and we need to start getting people out of our way. And eventually we need to recruit Grit. Oh, just HP, huh? Just HP. The infantry are pretty good against the artillery. But the tanks can't do a thing to the soldiers, because I didn't edit their stats good enough. I mean, like, if you want to recreate Advance Wars matchups in the Fire Emblem engine, that's quite a task. Let's go with this. Do we get a good level up on this tank? You know, there are Advance Wars games where units level up, actually, so that's not completely inaccurate. It's just weird to see their HP go up. Wow. I made Lip strong. And there goes another one. And this one's not going to last much longer either. Bye-bye. We're better off, honestly, aren't we? I mean, like, only the Fire Emblem units were any good. So that's a generic archer. We'll get rid of him. And we need to clear a path, so we will... I'm gonna take a risk here. Oh, that's bad. That was probably not a good risk to take. It could be the end for the Fairy of Flowers. And then she just gets back up again because she has unlimited continues. Maybe I write Advance Wars characters better than I do Fire Emblem characters, to be honest, because I've never been a really great writer. Which I suppose is bad news if I ever try to... I missed again. Come on, you can get one of these guys, can't you? Please. 72%! Your odds were 72%! Okay, good. He's not going after Lip. We're gonna lose all the tanks, aren't we? Well, not that we need them after a certain point. Oh yeah, that was a mistake. You should have realized that archers can counterattack. That's another thing. Advance Wars units can't counter. Alright, so... just do this. Oh, that could be trouble. But more speed is always nice. Now I think we're fine. We can actually get rid of the archer. Wow, strength, and that's all you got. Well, at least it was an important stat. Alright, good. All the enemies are going to be gone, but there are more reinforcements on the way. Should really be trying to use the forts to heal here. Hey, look who it is! Well, there is that throne over there that you could capture, but I never figured out how to get it so that the AI would move towards a throne and actually seize it. That seems to be very hard-coded, pardon me. It seems to be hard-coded towards certain chapters in the original game, so it's like, you know, forget about it. Forget about doing it in a ROM hack. So yeah, we have Eagle the Dancer, because the Dancer is the only unit in Fire Emblem to grant additional turns, which is what Eagle does. And Sammy the Nomad. I'm not really sure why I went with Nomad. I think it's because she's, well, she's geared towards infantry, right? So I guess she should be like a foot soldier with a sword or something, or a lance, but I guess I went with Nomad because... I don't know why I went with Nomad. I was being dumb. Alright, so... Let's see, how far can you move? Up to there? We are going to break for the fort down in the bottom corner of the map. There are more houses you can visit, but there's, like, not really any special items or anything, because they're all killer weapons that you can't really use. Actually, let me look at Grit. Okay, so he should be able to use a killer bow if we got that from one of the houses. But we're probably not going to bother going for it, because it's got the same attack power as a steel bow, but it has the higher crit rate. And they come in with a bunch of wyverns because... I don't know why I went with wyverns. I think it was because, it was probably because I was still really annoyed at any game that included a, backdoor wyvern ambush, because those are really popular in Fire Emblem. Yeah, we have Sammy, that's going to be helpful for fending off these wyverns, etc. Now, what could be in that house? I don't remember what's in all of the houses. I only know, like, what I, no, we should probably keep Grit near these wyverns so we can, help out with that. Alright, so she dodged one. Let's hope she dodges all of them. Well, she just has to get two more now. There's one. Wow, she's dodging like mad. This doesn't seem all that normal for... This doesn't seem normal for her, really. We might actually survive these guys. Normally I lose somebody by this point when I play. I mean, like, when I was testing this, I did go through it without any deaths, just to make sure that was possible. Oh, jeez. Okay, so we got the hit there. He was facing pretty bad odds there. I wish I had gone to that shop and bought some vulneraries now. It is thunder. I must have put a mage in one of these houses. Oh well. So if you work quickly, you can get to these guys before a certain event happens. And that event is going to put Kanbei on the actual throne, which will make dealing with him a lot harder, but not impossible. Oh boy. I have a feeling I'm going to lose him. Yep. Well, that's not the worst thing in the world. I can think of things worse than losing Olaf, of all people. Because I'm pretty sure Lyn can deal with these two good enough. Let's see, what did I give him? An Iron Blade? Oh yeah, I had to nerf this guy because Sword Masters are normally difficult for unpromoted units. And a Fire Tome. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Let's just have her sit here. She'll probably attack and then we can counter, etc. Can you deal with this? Yes, you can. Lip is the best! That's why she should have been in a Smash Brothers game and not just her theme song. Come on, Nintendo. Or Intelligent Systems. You can't leave all of your... Drat. I whiffed. Panel de Pon is really another one of those franchises. For those who don't actually know this, Panel de Pon is what became Tetris Attack and Puzzle League. Yeah, I should have mentioned that. Okay, she got the hit. Yeah, that's going to be... I don't have any more vulneraries, so this is actually going to be... Wow, she actually dies in one hit to Kanbei. Let me look at the turn count. I think on the next turn, there's something that I think the event I was talking about happens. He whiffed again! I'm sick of whiffing all the time. What can the tank do to her? Oh, nothing at all. Yep, this is the turn. Yeah, now he's on the throne, so this is going to be a little bit tougher. What do you do to her? Very little because of the triangle disadvantage. I actually don't remember what I was supposed to do here. Am I supposed to just have the killer bow? Well, anyways, we have, you know, I have to put him in every single one of my ROM packs. So there we go. And Sarah's here, and Vita's here, and Aeon 2 with a bolting. The usual. The usual, am I right? Oh, that's, I forgot that Ballista was there, too. Well, that's... How do you do this? Wow, I do not remember how you're supposed to do any of this. Do you just get grit down to the, Ballista and use that? I'm not even sure now. Well, we still have time before they catch up to us. He's not in range yet, she's not in range yet, they aren't in range yet. There's actually a patch for making enemy dancers actually dance for, people. Alright, so that's way better. Those are way better odds. What HP do I need to be at? 13. I need 13 or more in order to stand a chance against this person. Or I could just finish her right now. Maybe this is possible. They're still not able to get in close enough yet. And take this. Thank you. Oh, not a level up, huh? Well, we can safely attack at range for Kanbei. So I will do that until I finish her off with Lyn. Of course, he's going to heal now. Alright, so where was I? I totally didn't do anything video editing related. Alright. Just one turn away from winning now. Or a couple of turns. Oh goody, Berserk. Get a crit? Oh my goodness, she got it! Please live? Please live? You dodged that? But you didn't dodge that. Well. Well then. Okay, so this is like take 3 or something. This is way harder than I thought, but I've got Lip. She's got, she had enough speed to double Sonya on the second attempt, but now she has much more magic. We got the Kanbei faster, and she has 2 vulneraries, so we should be able to get through. Wow! Lip got a critical! Okay, never mind all that planning I just did. Now we have a clear shot, as long as we get past Sonya. And we have Grit still, and we have Lyn still, so this should be kind of okay. I don't like my odds, but yeah, I don't like those odds one bit. So yeah, these guys are still coming at us. We don't have any archers to deal with. We have 1 archer on our side, and we should be able to recruit Sammy if we need to. Wow. Sometimes my luck is so good, and sometimes it is just so horribly bad. And she dodged. It's like, wow. Okay, I'm going with a steel bow strat. Yes! Alright, so we can get 4 more damage here. And this level up is probably going to be pointless. Oh, wait a minute. What happens if the... Let me check the turn. Okay. I don't know what happens if the event triggers but Kanbei is not alive. Because if you try to move a unit and it's not there, then the game freaks out. But I don't think it'll happen. Because I'm going to win on the next turn anyways. So anyways, you can recruit Eagle with Sammy, and then you'll have a dancer. Yeah, I think we're good now. That was such a lucky crit. I have no idea how you're supposed to play this. It's been, you know, it probably sounds like I designed this poorly if I can't even remember how you're supposed to do this, but it's been just a very, very long time since I played this. Or since I tested this, rather. Alright, it's over. Okay, good. Wow. I thought for a moment that I hadn't even programmed an ending. Yeah, I suppose that did. Merry Christmas, everybody. And then you can just do it over again. But any units that died stay dead, so, like, yeah. So that was the Christmas crossover carol, and it was quite an experience playing it again after the half year between releasing it and now. So yeah, that was another one of my strange works that I've created over the years. A little more recent, though. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see if I've got anything else worth checking out, and play that too.